Good morning. Happy Tuesday, y'all. Looks like we've already got a pretty good little gathering over there in the chat room. Let me check it out and see who all's over there. Mr. Matthew Haas has been by this morning. Says he has a meeting, but I dropped a like, kick butt on the show. Well, thank you, Matt. Appreciate that. Randy Hall is in the house this morning, watching over there on YouTube. LB Sharp is with us this morning. Good morning to you, LB. Dave Clemens, Troy Pritchard. Happy Tuesday to you, Troy. Ryan Ballard's in the house. Hitch Hamilton. Ronald Cool, Big Bear, 4x43. Larry Galtz watching. Hello, Larry. How you doing? David Crook. Let's see. I don't want to miss anybody. Yeah, I noticed that. That's good. I'm glad you got that changed. Earl Walker's in the house this morning. 37 degrees and cloudy. Jeff Nearcorn got the CNC fired up already. Good. It's going to be a good day then, isn't it? Herb, how you doing? He's over there watching on the Facebooks. Good to see you, Herb. Yeah, welcome to the coffee sessions. Good to see y'all in here this morning. I was watching the news this morning, as I usually do, just to, kind of see what's going on in the world. When they come on with the stupid stuff I don't want to listen to, I just grab my phone and go look at Facebook or something else for a while until they get off of the craziness. But it looked like it's pretty much a slow news day. Some of the stories they had on there were silly, which a lot of times they are. But yeah, according to Alexa, we're 36 days away from Christmas. Time to start thinking about that pretty soon. Only, I think, 9 days away from Thanksgiving. So I guess y'all probably, how many of y'all have already started Christmas shopping? I know a lot of people like to get an early start. I've seen some people that start like August or something. I don't know how they can get in the mood to shop that early, but some folks do. And also, I'm wondering if when you do your Christmas shopping, Herb says nope on the early shopping. Yeah, I like to just take one holiday at a time myself, but they've been, the stores and all, they've been pushing Christmas stuff since. I saw it some before Labor Day. They already had Christmas stuff out. LB says he's done. What did you get me, Dave? I got you the same thing I got you last year, Ronald. Been looking to make something with CNC for Christmas. Well, yeah. Well, I hope you'll shoot a video and enter it in the Christmas challenge, Larry. Jim Jones says the older I get, the less prepared I seem to be. Yeah, I know what you mean, Jim. So how many of you guys set a budget for Christmas? And if so, do you stick to that budget? Some folks have a lot of people to buy for and others not so much, but LB says I made a lot of, whoops, every time I go to click on something, it jumps. Lithophanes, okay. Michael Bell in the house. How are you doing, Michael? Good to see you watching over there on the YouTubes. Earl says he starts after New Year. That's when the really good sales are, isn't it? Yeah. I said it, the wife goes way over here. I'm talking about the Christmas budget. Yeah. And when you're shopping for, doing your Christmas shopping, do you try to get something like, say you got a particular person you're shopping for, do you try to get something they want or something that you know they need? There's a big difference between those two things. There he calls it budget. Wife don't use no stinking budget. I bet she don't. Good morning there. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name, but good morning to you. Ryan says, my wife sets a budget and then promptly blows way past it. Yeah. It's hard to stick to a budget on stuff like that, because you want to try to get something that's going to make everybody happy. And it's pretty hard to do. Liam Hill's watching over there on the YouTubes this morning. How you doing, Liam? Good to see you. Earl says he catches sales. Yeah. The best ideas come right after Christmas. Yeah. Yeah. I can remember when you're a little kid, of course, the Sears, if you're as old as I am, you remember when the Sears and Roebuck Christmas catalog come around, and that's the one that had all the toys and all the really cool stuff in it. And, you go through and, circle stuff you'd like to have and all that kind of stuff. And, and then you get up Christmas morning and you got all kinds of packages under the tree, and you get excited thinking, wow, I was really good. I got a lot of stuff this year. And then you start opening stuff up and like, what the heck? Santa's bringing me socks and underwear? Come on. But it's funny how things change when you get older, because right now I'd be happy with socks and underwear. I'm more something, I'd prefer to get something that I can actually use, and I can always use socks and underwear. So he says he's from Indonesia. All right. Well, welcome. Good to see you on here. Liam says, good, thanks. Let's see. Jeff had a question here. Have you heard from Melinda Davies? I've not seen her around for a while. I have not. I've talked to her by text every once in a blue moon. I don't want to speak for her, but I think she's a lot more private than a lot of folks. I don't think she's super active on social media and stuff like that. But she did send me some pictures the other day. She sent me a couple of pictures and a text and says she was working on some Christmas stuff. So, in fact, she even mentioned the Christmas challenge. So I'm hoping that we'll be getting a video from her as an entry into the Christmas challenge. So I need to contact her because, a long time ago, right when I first started doing the CNC with Dave live streams, it might have been like the third or fourth one or something. It was a long time ago. We had her on the show, and she talked about her photo V cardboard. She is excellent at photo V cardboard. But that was a long time ago, and I remember her connection was kind of crummy. It was hard to hear her, and I need to try to talk her into coming on again, especially now since I'm using this StreamYard platform. I need to try to have her on, or I could even have her over for that. Because she only lives, 20, 25 minutes from here, maybe. Or I could do a live from her shop, maybe. But I need to talk to her about trying to do a show on the photo V card, especially right here before Christmas. That those things make great Christmas presents. Let's see here. What am I missing here? Earl says budget based on the person. Wife goes over budget most of the time. Yeah. I must have missed a question here from. Yeah, I think I might have missed something here because Larry says, and you could use plywood, but I'm not sure what that's in reference to. My wife pretty much does all the shopping. I just go along to push the cart. Yeah. Yeah. The older relatives, I spent $120 on materials to make 13 lithophanes and still have materials left. Grandkids is a different story. Yep. Troy Pritchard says thumbs up. So I think he's talking about the Melinda Davies stuff. Jeff says, I remember her on the show. She had some beautiful work. Would love to see her on the show again. Yeah. And I have tried a few times in between way back when she was on and now to get her on again. Like I said, there's always some scheduling conflicts and stuff like that. But I haven't tried it here lately. So I'll talk to her and see what we can work out. Oh, I get it, Larry. Plywood to go along with the socks. And then, yeah, I can always use plywood too. In fact, it's funny you mention that because I got to make a trip to Home Depot today to get some more. I had a whole bunch of kits run up, and the last one went yesterday. So I've got to get some more plywood, cut it into blanks, and fire up the Gatton and get it running wide open. So, how many of y'all decorate your yards for Christmas? Is that I've never been big on that. One of my neighbors does. He's got a lot of the blow up things, and I don't know, he puts a lot of stuff up. But to me, he puts it up too early. I mean, a lot of it's already up and has been up a while. I think it's cool to have those kind of Christmas decorations, but it's like everything else. I don't like seeing them before Thanksgiving. I like to take one holiday at a time. Ryan Ballard says, where'd it go? He says, I love having my machine off the ground. Jim Jones says too much work. Yeah, it is. It is a lot of work, especially too if you wait until after Thanksgiving this year, which Thanksgiving falls late this year. So you don't have as much time to get it up. And yeah, I'm not, I keep saying since I have a CNC that I would cut, like some reindeer or something for the yard and all. And every year I say it, and every year I don't do it. So it says, wife wants lights up before Thanksgiving, but don't light them up until after Thanksgiving. Yeah, okay. Mr. Hobbies in the house was watching on TV. Good. That's how I like to watch my YouTube stuff, is on my big old TV. But all righty. Let me look through here. I think I might have missed something a while ago. Wow, Indonesia. What time is it? If you're still on here, what time is it in Indonesia right now? That's a long ways from here. Ryan says, we were talking about doing a permanent lighting install in the house, but not justifying spending $600 on lights. Yeah. Tommy G's workshop's in the house this morning. How you doing, Tommy? Troy says, good morning, Javi. Todd HCNC says, I cut the Grinch 5 feet out and a little Cindy Lou. That's pretty cool. Yeah. In fact, it's funny you mention that because that's one of the things that I'd gone online, got a Grinch and did the bitmap tracing and all that and cleaned it all up and then never did cut it. But I was going to do the same thing, get a plywood Grinch to put on the porch or something. I do. Went up Sunday, got the power to it. We light everything Thanksgiving with family and neighbors. Yeah. Yep. David Jones from Portal Woodworks is in the house. How you doing, David? Hope you're having a good Tuesday. He says, my wife decorates our yard every year after Thanksgiving. Thanks to Peter Pasquello, there will be CNC Christmas art in the yard. Yeah. Yeah, Peter's really good at that stuff. He paints it all up good and all that. Liam says it's 18 after 2 in the UK. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll have to ask Alexa about Indonesia if I don't hear back from that other person. There's got to be big time difference, I would think. We got another good crowd this morning. We got almost as many watching this morning as we did yesterday, which was a bunch. Was a bunch for sure. So when it comes to this Christmas stuff, do you think that people in general are happier with the stuff they get than they would be? I mean, than they were in the past, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Are people generally happier now than they were in the past as far as Christmas goes? Larry Galt must have an Alexa. He says it's 9:18. So it's 12 hours then. Yeah. Yeah, Tommy G's on it too. Google and Alexa are our friend. Yeah. Or Siri or whoever these other ones are. Todd says Peter's train was really cool. Yeah, that thing was awesome. That was really awesome. That's just, I don't know how long that took him to do that, but it was really nice. Almost big enough to ride on, if I remember right. All right, I don't see any other things popping up about that. So what do you think? I don't see anybody answering me. You think people were generally happier in the past or happier now when it comes to Christmas? There's just so much more stress and stuff that comes now with the holidays. Some of it's self-induced probably, but a lot of stress nonetheless. I see the comments popping up over here in the chat. I don't know why, but sometimes this latency is really long. Everybody's kind of sticking with the past, looks like. And they haven't even popped up over here yet. Yep, I haven't seen a single vote for. Here they all come in. Passed, 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 passed. Clyde Labonte in the house this morning. How you doing, Clyde? Liam Hill. Christmas is way too commercial now. Yeah, passed. Christmas is more fun when little kids are involved. Yeah. Christmas is too commercialized. Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame, but you know, it's well, you've heard me say it on these coffee sessions before. Money ruins everything pretty much. You know, it's all about the almighty dollar now. It's like, well, this year we'll start running commercials about Christmas stuff in, you know, August. Next year it may be July. Before you know it, they'll be doing them year round. It's just anything they can do to try to get you to spend that dollar. Javi says, with Amazon, it's easier to buy stuff for yourself. Guilty. So I think people are less happy on Christmas Day. Yeah. I'm probably the world's worst person to try to shop for, because if I need something, or in a lot of times if I want something, again, there's a big difference between those two. I get it. I don't mess around, go to Amazon or whatever, and I get it, you know. So it's like, you know, somebody will ask me what I want for Christmas. I'm like, don't bother, because I probably already got it. You know, if it's something I wanted or something I needed, I've already got it. So Ryan Balla has an Alexa story. Came home yesterday and Alexa was reading a book. Told her to cancel, and she said, I can't do that right now. And then would go back to reading. Finally had to unplug her. That's interesting. Who told her to read the book in the first place? Yeah. Maybe they're taking over. Yeah, this is so true. People forget what Christmas is all about these days. Yep. I do have soon-to-be 5-year-old grandson to spoil on Christmas. Yeah. We allow shopping to give us our Christmas spirit, which is based on material gifts. Real Christmas comes from the inside. Amen. Amen. It's not about the stuff. It's not about the stuff at all. Tommy G says, I always have fun with my son on Christmas. Do you get to play with all of his stuff? All right, now that brings another question to mind. Do you buy your kids stuff that you want to play with so that you get to play with it, or you stick strictly to what's on their Santa list? I think we've probably all been guilty of that, though. We buy our kids something and maybe something we didn't have, or maybe there wasn't such a thing when we were a kid. We're like, man, this is cool. So, you know, like, hey, here, son, give me that. Let me show you how you do that. Start playing with it. Let's see. I missed a question here. We have jewelry store around here that has Christmas in July sale every year. Yeah. Do you try to buy for an individual, or do you buy them what you want to get them? Yeah. Yeah. Let's see here. Javi says, I still watch It's a Wonderful Life and my other traditional shows during the season. Yeah, I do too. And that's one of my favorites, that show, It's a Wonderful Life. But it seems like it's getting harder and harder to watch, or harder and harder to find to watch every year. I don't know what the deal is, but it seems like it's not on there. You know, it used to be on all the time, and there was different channels would run it. But yeah, I have a harder time finding it this time. Let's see. Best thing about having a boy, you get to buy all the toy cars I want. Yeah. Yeah. Personal gift means way more. Don't have to cost much. Yeah. And, I think that's, for woodworkers or makers or whatever you want to call folks, that to me, that's the best gift. If somebody makes something, because then I know they actually took the time, put a lot of thought in it to make it themselves. So those kind of things always mean a lot more to me than just something they could have gone out and buy. But Todd says he likes the Christmas dinner prime rib. Yeah, Tommy says my son is 10 years old, so video game, board games, remote control planes, all things I would have fun playing with. Yeah. Yeah, we went through kind of the video game thing, but those, I don't know, the stuff they got out there now, and regardless of whether or not you think the video games, the violent ones, make people do crazy things. Forget about that. But just the thought of the video games, it's. I just hate to see it because you get a kid a video game, they're going to be sitting on their butt playing that instead of, getting outside. I would rather see a kid get something like an erector set or, Legos or something like that where they can use their imagination in a stupid video game. But that's me. Dave Clemens says, I have 5 huge, large blow-ups that I set up for my granddaughters. Probably will do that after Thanksgiving. Okay. Matt Haas made it back. Thank you, Matt. Appreciate the thumbs up, too. I did see your message earlier, so thanks for that. Eddie Haas says, yes, I was, and I don't even remember what that's about. He'll be sharp. Never buy a stereo for each of your sons. Had to upgrade our setup. Yeah. I thought you were going to say something about never buy a stereo for your kid unless you buy them an awesome set of headphones too. I make gifts on my CNC. Yeah. That's one of the great things they're good at is yeah, just fix this say made has more meaning. Yeah, absolutely. My wife makes quilts as gifts. You can't buy them. Yeah. Yeah. Matt says, I go the say it with cash route for gift giving. Yeah. I know. I've done that a lot too. Let's see here. We're just about out of time. My little timer will go off here in about 15 seconds. Getting pretty good at setting it now. For something you watch every year, DVD's Christmas Vacation. It's a Wonderful Life. Yeah. Yeah, I have the DVD of Christmas Vacation. That's a classic. I've probably seen it 100 times and I never get tired of watching that. Matt's going to be firing up his new lathe for gift giving, wine bottle stoppers. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. Games like Minecraft and Forge of Empires and others are the new generation of erector sets. Build and be creative virtually. Yeah, I suppose I'm not familiar with really any of those games, but they're still sitting on their butt while they do that. So, I got me and my two sons RC trucks, and we turned the empty lot next door into a racetrack. Never bought them indoor video games. Yeah, RC cars are cool. Plus, you're outside doing it. So, Jim Jones says, "Have a great day. Got to go be productive." All right, have a good Tuesday, Jim, and make lots of cool blocks. Jim plays with blocks all day, in case you guys didn't know that. You know, he's makes all kinds of cool blocks. Says, "Have a great day, everybody." Yeah. You never see anybody playing outside anymore. That's for sure. All right. Well, we're going to wrap this one up. Thanks, everybody. We've had a bunch of folks watched again today, and I appreciate that. If you enjoyed joining me here on the coffee sessions, feel free to leave a thumbs up on your way out. I appreciate it. And everybody have a great Tuesday. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Everybody take care.